picnic table covered in cheese.
Oh, lovely.
So David from Nuke. One
Yeah,
second.
indeed.
Come on. I think it's going to struggle over the bandwidth. That's what it's
is that
Let's
the
see what we
problem?
get. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
trying.
Does it require the bandwidth to record? Does it record locally
Yeah,
or
4G.
remotely?
4G. Yeah, I think it says published. There we go. Okay, so we're doing a test, and I'm with David from Nuke, and this is a live broadcast onto YouTube using the Nuke sort of collaborative space. Is that right? Is it?
It is, exactly, yeah.
So, David, tell me in sort of, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds about Nuke, and we'll just see if this live broadcast works, and we'll have a look at this back, and maybe tell people on the internet all about your product.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Well, Nook Pod is a pre-existing sort of mobile meeting and concentration environment. As you can see, we're enclosed, with a little roof over our heads. It's quieter in here than it is out there.
Yeah.
So it's a space where people can come without having to put their headphones on and get a little bit of me time, a little bit of headspace, an opportunity to have a conversation, say in an office environment that might otherwise be too noisy. And then what we've done, we've taken VR from Opposable and grafted that in here, because in a normal VR environment, you put the headphones on, you're quite immersed, but you feel kind of vulnerable. We're trying to create a little bit of security and a little bit of a predictable environment where you can be more immersed and more secure, more safe in a VR space.
So who do you think would use this space in terms of what it can do? Who do you think your clients would be?
So immediately we see an opportunity for it in terms of developers, for example, of VR, so you can jump into a space like this and really focus and concentrate on developing for a VR world. But long term, I can see this really being as a fantastic remote business environment, a remote office environment where you can connect up with people in other nooks, for example, have a virtual meeting where you can interact with a virtual space, where you could have screens that were, all in the ether, so to speak, that you could tap the surface and change it into a waterfall or a forest scene. You could essentially create your perfect workspace.
And you were talking a little bit earlier about augmented reality, so the idea you could use sort of projection in the space, but also have a headset for an augmented layer within the space. Is that something
you got
see
it,
has got
exactly. So
potential?
you're physically touching a desk, but you're seeing the desk. You can bring data out of the desk, create graphs, pie charts that you can interact with the physical space, tap on the fabric and change it and say, I want it to be purple instead of blue, for example. So you've got a physicality that you can touch and see and feel, and a virtual layer on top of that that's enhancing the experience.
And where would people come to find out more about your product, apart from the VR UK Festival today?
Good point. Well, if you come to nookpod.com, you'll find all you need to know on there.
That's really great. Thanks for your time today.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Did you see the talk? They go to shows.
That was good.
Problem we had the other day was stopping.
Nice bit of
Let's see.
ad hoc
Let's-
interviewing.
yeah,